because finally they've confirmed and verified the account for Periscope. So hello to everybody watching on Periscope as well as YouTube. I'm live on YouTube as well. So if at any point you ever want to watch this back, you can watch it on my channel. Go on Linktree, which I'm going to just paste in here now because I never have enough room to put in the link. And this link has everything that I mention on stream, whether it's discount codes or whether it's discount boxes and things, subscriptions. All the links are on there, including an album by Jilly Bean, who we found on Periscope, and she released an album 3 years ago, a Christmas album. She plays the piano, and she'll be going live on Haps in the next. She might be going live tonight, actually. I don't know yet. But hopefully you can watch her tonight. So give her a follow. But also on the Linktree, there's a link to listen to her Christmas album, which is really good. So hello, Mary. Good morning. So hopefully I'm live on Periscope as well at the same time. I don't know if you need to do a test run first or whether it just goes straight into it. So we're going to hope for the best. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to show you quickly. Do you remember I was showing you the ham yesterday? Well, I cooked the ham. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you something. Wearing this t-shirt, I'm going to not be able to fit into this in a couple of days. This is the ham I cooked last night. 3.5 hours, well, 3 hours. And I cut into it this morning. It was so tasty. Well, gammon ham. So there we go. That's how it turned out. Hello, Chris. Good morning. So let me know if you're watching on Periscope or whether you're watching me on Haps. So obviously from the 31st of March, 31st of March, what's going to happen is Periscope's coming to an end. You can go onto Twitter Live if you want to, but I've had a lot of issues. I think I've realised the reason why I've had issues with Twitter Live. There was something that I thought about yesterday, and I can't remember what it was now, but I want to figure that out again. I think I know the reason why. So I'll hopefully once that's turned off, once this is sorted out, it might work again. So anyway, that's the ham. So that's all cooked. So that's a really good tip for you to save time. So obviously today what I'm doing is I'm preparing a Christmas lunch. I'm going to be having a Christmas lunch later this evening, and just preparing as I normally do, but with the extras. But obviously, if you're doing different meats, if you're doing a lot of different meats, then cook it beforehand. As I said, I cooked that at 9 o'clock last night, 3.5 hours. Obviously, I went to bed quite late, but left it overnight in the oven, and it was really, really tasty. It's really tasty, really juicy, and it's had that time to mature, and that way you're not stressing too much on Christmas Day. So if you're cooking lots of meat, cook it tonight or cook it tomorrow, because it will last a couple of days anyway. So imagine it's sort of Christmas Day is your leftovers. Well, you know the meat, and you know how tasty it tastes. So Mary says Periscope's right now, it landscapes, it cuts you in half when you're broadcasting. Oh yes, I heard about that. Yeah, I think what they were trying to do or something was they were trying to. This was for people that were getting verified. Apparently, I don't know if they were looking into an issue. They were going to send the video as a land. If you're in landscape, then they're going to send this. Well, actually, they said there wasn't an issue with landscape. They said if it was portrait, they would put you in a landscape mode. So I'm on landscape now, so I don't know why that's cut off. So let me. I don't know if I can get the app. Well, I won't be able to get on the iPad either to check, but cuts you in half when you're broadcasting. So am I zoomed in right now on Periscope? Because let me just make a quick coffee, by the way, first. So give me a thumbs up if you can all hear me on Periscope. Would help if I forgot to put my coffee pod in the machine. Whoops. Are we back on? So yesterday I went live on Haps, and I wasn't sure if it was working properly. And I checked the video back. It went live on YouTube, and it went also live here. So I just couldn't read the comments. So yeah, so that's great. So brilliant. So let me just do this coffee. No, I didn't put a coffee pod in. So so if you go on the Linktree, anybody, and you want to treat me to a coffee or anything, you can do. Oh, you can't do anymore, but you can just send me a coffee and I can get a box of these for £4, which is about $6, which is 16 coffees, which it's like 20 pence, 25 pence per coffee. So rather than going to a coffee shop every time, I buy these. And I need to actually open a new box anyway. Oops, they're all falling out. But I think I've got enough coffees to last me a while. So that's if you would like to send me anything. You don't have to though. So as I say, Jilly's going to be on tonight, which is she's brilliant on piano. She go and watch her replay back on Periscope. Really good last night. So let me do this first. So as I said, I just wanted to come on really just to test the connection and see how everything is, if it's working. Okay, and then the first things I say what we're going to do is we're just going to go through different stages of Christmas. You know, you've got your potatoes, as I say, the ham's cooked, but I'm going to be doing the lamb later as well. And we do carrots, broccoli, but basically everything. We even got these. If you can see these, are you can make these yourself at home. I got these from the butcher's, and the little sausages. We call them pigs in blankets with bacon wrapped around. So they'll be cooked. I'm not going to do them until later on. So it's just the stuff I can get prepared, and then they're ready to turn on later on this afternoon. So let's make coffee. So I'm going to start. I'm going to bring you up. So I'm actually charging this phone up at the same time. Hopefully this is not going to fall off. Can you all see that, everybody? We're not flipped or anything, are we? Oops. I don't want it to fall down. I am charging this up at the same time, so hopefully it's not going to fall over. Okay, is that okay? So first things first, I'm going to do some potatoes. I should put some Christmas songs on really, shouldn't I? But I'm not allowed to play music on here. It says the connection's good, so hopefully you can see this all right. I might have to slightly move you. Is that good? Let me know if it's good. Just put the word good in the box. So you can do like roast potatoes, boiled potatoes, mashed potatoes. But I'm going to do garlic and butter potatoes. Hello, Jilly. So everybody follow Jilly. Are you watching me on Periscope or Haps at the moment? Because I'm live on both. I got confirmed today, so I can finally stream on both platforms now. So no alternating between the two. I'm just making a quick coffee. You were really, really good last night, Jilly. Can't wait for you to come on tonight. Can't wait for you to come on Haps tonight. So this is my Lavazza coffee. Look, can you see? Thank you for the 25 cents. I do appreciate that. Every little helps, as they say, don't they? I'm just going to put some milk in that coffee. I've got a very fancy coffee machine. And let me know how the connection is as well, because a little taste of this. Cheers, everybody. It says the connection's great. So, oh, it's a Super Heart Award. Thank you, Jilly. It's really difficult to see the comments, you know, at the bottom. So it says gave 25 cents, and it says Heart Award. You're on here at 9 o'clock? Yes. Can't wait. I can't wait. You'd be able to say the first ever Haps video broadcast you did was the Christmas one. I think that's really special. It's also Jilly's birthday in January. You're reaching an important. What's the word? You're reaching a vintage age. So we wish you a happy birthday for them. But I will see you before. Well, I'll speak to you before then. So we're going to first start by doing the potatoes then. So I'm going to be doing garlic and butter potatoes. So obviously this is the worst part, peeling, preparing. I'm actually doing it dinner this afternoon, well, this evening. But I like to just have everything ready, and then you can sort of just relax, turn everything on, and then it's all about just timings. So if you're watching me on Periscope right now, guys, go and download this app. It's called Haps. And follow me on Haps, because this is where we will be broadcasting from the 1st of April. Because Periscope, which you'll probably know already, most people are coming on to Haps. I'm not going to rule out Twitter Live. Because you know, I'm going to see how it is at the time, but at the current moment in time, it's not working for me. But I think I know the reason why. So I signed up to this research thing on my phone, and it means you have to have a virtual private network enabled. Now, I realized that you could turn that off, but it wasn't to turn it off completely. It was just to connect on demand. So every time they tried to connect and, like, you know, for this research thing on my phone, which you get paid for, they're obviously they sort of slow down other apps, basically. So once that's removed from my phone, I'll probably remove it by April anyway. But I don't want to just remove it to then re-add it again. So I think that's the reason why. But I find if I'm on Wi-Fi, it doesn't affect me so much. So Jilly's having. You said you were having. Was it butternut squash with? Wasn't beef Wellington. It was a vegan Wellington, wasn't it? Mary's got haps. Yeah, it's a little more traffic and it's cluttered right now because it's new. It is. It reminds me of the early days of Periscope when people were. It was the notifications that used to annoy me all the time, and then I switched them off completely, and then I went onto Twitter and turned on the. Whenever you share on Twitter your live Periscope, you can enable a notification to come through on your phone. So that's what I've got set up for Alexis all the time. Now, obviously, I know when Jilly's live, it's 9 o'clock, and I know the days. So every time that happens, I come on 9 o'clock. But Jilly leaves me a message. She leaves us a message saying if you can't be on or not on the Periscope. So when it comes to using apps tonight, Jilly, just be, you know, I'd go live on YouTube definitely, because that means that, you know, you're not going to waste the broadcast if not many people come in. I'm sure people will come in, but it's more about I can't invite followers to the broadcast, and you know, there's no feature button. It's like the early days whenever you're broadcasting for the first time when there's nobody watching. So this is great, this app. It's not like the traditional app that says, oh, broadcast, and then you've got to build your following up again. You know, you can connect all your accounts up, and then they can add themselves to apps, which is much easier, so they know about it. So I'm just doing these potatoes. These are really good potatoes. These are British potatoes, everybody. If you're watching around the world and you see British potatoes, go and buy them. These are what all the most snacks around the world, crisps and things like that, they're all made from British potatoes. I made sweet potatoes the other day. They were really nice. Now, the thing also as well is I'm probably going to have to use a lot of pans today. Although when I make a normal roast, I do the potatoes, and then I'm going to put all the vegetables in a steamer. I've got my steamer here. Look, I'll show you. Definitely worth buying a steamer, guys. You can pick these up for about £30, and with the lid. Oops. And then you can just boil your potatoes in here. Your second layers for your broccolis and things, and you could even steam some onions and have them as onion gravy. And then you've got your carrots and your broccoli, and, you know, I'm going to put the cabbage in another one, and the Swede needs to go in another pan as well. What I usually do is once the potatoes are boiled, I put the Swede, which have been steamed, into a separate boiling water, and let them steam away whilst the potatoes are cooking in the oven, and it just saves time. It's all about time management. That's the only thing. So as I say, get all your meat. You know, meat that doesn't need to be hot, like cooked. You want it to mature. You know, get all the juices in there, and then you can concentrate on other things. So I know I'll advise everybody, it's not Christmas Day today, if those that don't celebrate Christmas. But this is what you could be doing tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve tomorrow. I like that stack set cookware. It looks nice. Yeah, this is, I think it's a Morphy Richards. I can't remember where I got it from, but I got it from Argos. Argos was the early catalogue online retailer before Amazon came along. Oh, it's Russell Hobbs. Sorry, Russell Hobbs. It's a bit thingy at the bottom, but obviously that's because it's being used. So now another little tip for you, which I'm going to do then. Alexis always teaches me to, if I've got any of those, and I've got no bags. Normally what I would do, I would bin all the potato peelings. Now Alexis says if you put them in a bag with all your, all the flavors from the skins and things, put it into a bag, you can make your own stock with it, which is really good. But I don't actually have a bag to put them in. I don't know if I can put them in a box or not, but that's really, really good. I've got an idea. Let me find it. Okay. I'm going to use a lunchbox, and I'm going to put all the stock, all the potato peelings into here. And that way, it also helps the rubbish bin out as well, because you're not binning food. Try and read some of the comments as well. Tommy Laura's on. Hi, Tommy. Try and read the comments as well. Can you make a proper syllabus? What do you mean by a syllabus? Eaved AK syllabus. Years ago, I bought that cool set from the Tupperware. You still have it and use it occasionally. Yeah, it's funny when you find old kitchen things that you might have you bought and you forget about them, and then you use them again. You sort of reinvent your own food. You think, oh, I know, or maybe try a food that you had many months or years ago. So I'm going to do is just put the potato peelings into a box, because I'm going to be using there'll be a lot of skins today, a lot of skins, and then I can make a nice stock out of that, possibly on Boxing Day or something. Okay, so we're just going to chop these up. So I've got my move this out of the way. Make sure you have plenty of space when you're coming to do Christmas dinners, or roast dinners. And we're going to do the Yorkshire puddings as well, or mixture, which I've shown you before. So if you chop your potatoes up smaller, they'll cook quicker, they'll boil quicker. It's the same with mashed potato as well. Whenever you're making mash, if you chop them up smaller, it'll take half the time. So pop these in here. So I'll be having this Christmas dinner later tonight, and then I thought I'd do it today because tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and it gives my body the time to, get rid of all the Christmas food before having another Christmas dinner then on Christmas Day. Is that Mustafa? Hello, Mustafa. Hello, Gemma. How are you doing? Can you see my comments here on Periscope? I can see your comment, but I'm on Haps, Gemma. It's nice to see you. Did you see me pop in on it? I thought it was somebody else. Sorry, apologise. There's another Gemma on Periscope. She's from Leeds, and I went into a chat, and I didn't think she realised who I was. So I apologise, Gemma, for that. Okay. Merhaba, Mustafa Nazilson. Mustafa's in Turkey. He lives just off the west of Turkey on a little island. And he told me whereabouts in Turkey he lived. And I thought, wow. Turkey is a beautiful place if you've never been to Turkey before. I'm on Haps now, yes. So if you're on Haps, please, everyone watching on Periscope, this is where I'm going to be from the 1st of April, but I'm doing a lot more of my broadcasts on here at the moment. Well, I'll be using this platform now from now on, because it's just easier. And I can go live on Periscope at the same time. So, John, everybody download the Haps app and follow me on Haps. So you can you get free coins to share, just like the Super Hearts, but these are free coins. You earn your coins by doing your profile and doing a broadcast, that sort of thing. And if you are watching me on Haps right now and would like to send me an award, you can send me an award, which all helps towards. I'm going to create a coffee fund, or maybe like a Christmas fund. So if I aim to get the $200 by the end of the year, that will then go towards next year's cooking, and it'll pay for the food next Christmas. That's my aim. So there we go. So that's all the potatoes. So these will be, I'm going to fill these with water. Well, you can fill them with water if you wanted to, but they will change colour slightly. If you just put a lid over them, so they don't go too. You put a little bit of water in them so they don't go too dry. How have you managed to go live on Periscope? So Lee, what I've done is I went into my HAPS account and I connected Periscope up at the same my account, but it takes 5 to 7 days for you to be verified. So go and check that out. That's what I think you went live anyway a couple of days ago on Periscope and HAPS at the same time. So I don't know why that was. I don't know if you can still do that or not, but you should be fine. But go into the settings in your HAPS app where it says, social, was it social connected accounts or whatever, and you can find the find your Periscope and just tick the box. So when it comes up when you go live, you'll see the little icon Periscope and then tap on it. But I'm also live on YouTube as well at the same time, so this saves so much time. Potatoes look good, don't they? So I'm going to add some water to them and put the lid over. You cannot do it anymore. Maybe that was an issue. I don't know what happened. It was weird because you've got to wait a couple of days for it to happen. So I don't know why. Maybe there was an issue. I don't know. You can disconnect the Periscope from HAPS and reconnect it and see what happens. If you've got to wait a couple of days, it's better than waiting an extra week. And do it now rather than or go live on. Try it again. Make sure Periscope's on. Try going live on HAPS with Periscope. Try it again. See what happens. If it doesn't, then disconnect it and reconnect it again. And try that way. Because that's anything I can recommend really. Is tonight Christmas? No, Christmas is not tonight. But because I'm off to my parents on Christmas Day, I always do a Christmas dinner, either Christmas Eve. I like to do it the 23rd because when you're eating, you don't want to have two Christmas dinners side by side. That's why I'm doing it today. So first Christmas dinner today, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and then go live and it's Christmas Day. So that's the potatoes then. I'm going to just put some water in there, just a little bit. And I'm going to put the lid over it so it doesn't go dry. Okay, there's loads of you on here today. I don't know, it doesn't say how many people are watching, but once I've also connected Facebook up, so once I go live on Facebook as well, I feel like the messages will just come flying through. So I'll put that to one side, put the lid over for the moment. So the next thing we need to do then is some of the vegetables. Okay, I know you can't see me, can you? Just lift up a bit. I am here, guys. Hello. Okay, I put the camera there so you can see the chopping board. Okay. So as I say, you can give me coins if you want to. Click the awards that will be above the chat function, chat box. Right, let's get the broccoli on the go. We've got some broccoli. We've got a Swede. I like how a lot of these are British. We've got the dreaded Brussels sprouts. What else have we got here? We've got an onion. So all these stuff I usually do anyway with the roast dinner, apart from the Brussels sprout. We've got some cabbage. Do you remember I made the coleslaw at the weekend? Well, this is the half the cabbage that I kept. So as long as it's covered and eaten within a couple of days, that's fine. So Mustafa says, "You're so friendly, so kind person, my friend Ada." Thanks, Mustafa. Thanks, Beth, for the Happy Holiday Award. Okay, we got some parsnips here. There's we eat loads on Christmas time, and then well, I won't say finally. There's still loads more to do. We've got some carrots. So well, let's make a start on these first of all then. So as I say, it's good to have a lunchbox with you all, just a box where you can put all the shavings from the vegetables into the box, and then you can keep that and actually make a stock with them. Okay. So is Lou still there? Are you still with me? The only problem with Haps is I can't see who's actually watching me. Well, unless you comment, so I kind of know who's still there. So we'll start off then with the let's do the carrots. Now these are actually old carrots, so I might have to get the new bag. Yeah, I'm going to get the new bag. Well, you could keep them and actually just chop them up and put them in there. I'm going to keep them to one side, but I'm going to get the new bag. So these vegetables are really, really cheap at the moment from your supermarket. So they do like special Christmas prices where you can get a bag of carrots for 20p. So you can come out with all these vegetables for less than say like £5. So I know Aldi are doing it. So, little carrots here, look. I don't want to do too much food, but I don't want to do too little, if that makes any sense. So let me know where you're watching from, so I know where you're watching from. So what I'm going to first by doing is, well, I need to wash them first. Always wash your vegetables. Well, there's also I've got stuffing to do. Got stuffing. I've got some lamb. We've got some sausages and bacon. That I'm going to be having as well. And then wash down with a nice bottle of Prosecco, and I've got wine. I've got Baileys. I've got loads of. Well, I won't be having Baileys today. I'll probably have Baileys over Christmas. So chop the ends off first of all. I don't know, Alexis. Do you keep the ends? Do you keep the ends for your stock? I'll put them in the bin until I get a response, until I get a message. So chop the ends off. What's it? Waithing makes you hungry. Waithing makes me hungry. What? Thank you for this nice talk. I'm going now for lunch with my good friend, but because I get hungry. Okay, don't worry. No, thanks for coming on, popping on. I'll probably be on for like another hour yet. So if you decide you want to come back on, that's fine. But download the Haps app if you can. I don't know if Haps is available on throughout the world, isn't it? So I'm pretty certain it is. So now we're going to peel these carrots. So basically, Christmas Day dinner is just a glorified Sunday lunch. And if you stay with me, guys, I'll be going through the Yorkshire pudding mixture again. So, has anybody actually made Yorkshire puddings since I've been broadcasting? So we're going to keep all these skins. Now, if you want any of these tools, Alexa sells these. This is just a cheap one from a local shop. But if you're in the United States and you follow Alexa, she can get you some of these tools really cheap. And I mean, this will probably last me probably another year or two. But I did have one of these before where it just snapped. So rather than spending money and wasting money, invest in the tools. If you're wondering why I don't have any Pampered Chef tools, I do have one, but I had to buy it privately. I've got the pineapple slice, which I showed you. I can't actually order off Alexis just yet. So maybe the new year. I reckon in the new year, Pampered Chef may come back to the UK. Lulu's gone live. If you all want to go watch Lulu, it's up to you. She went live on Periscope, so I don't know. Does Haps appear in the Periscope link on Periscope? Does it say Haps? Okay, so they're the carrots. Let's get all these skins. Again, put them in the box. If you can see that box very well. Pampered Chef needs to go worldwide, maybe soon. Well, I think actually Pampered Chef was in the UK in the early 90s. It's funny though, because I remember, like my mum used to buy from Avon, which is the, like the makeup brand. You've heard of Avon, and I remember somebody with who was selling Avon at the time. They mentioned Pampered Chef. I remember it because, or I'd seen it before many years ago, and it's funny how they obviously they don't sell that anymore here, but I remember that. Anyway, so to cut the carrots up then, guys, we're going to chop it lengthways, and I'm going to cut it now. Sometimes you can also keep the ends on and the skins on. Just if they're really small carrots, just put them in the oven, put them in a dish. But I like to part boil the carrots. So this is going to go in my steamer. So just mentioning the steamer. So put that in there, and then I'm going to put that once that's full. I'm going to put that over the potatoes. So chop the carrots in half again. So as I say, I am live on YouTube as well at the moment. So I did ask Pablo, who was one of the technical team members, whether or not we could Chromecast the broadcast to the TV. But when it's streamed anywhere to YouTube, you don't really need that, But it would be a good idea. So you don't want the carrots too thick, but as I say, I'm going to part boil them anyway. So, and then these will get roasted. I might have half boiled. You can even boil these down and actually mash them with Swede. So put them in there. So they're the carrots, everybody. So that's going to go over the potatoes. I'll get rid of these. Okay, so that's the carrots done. Next thing then is the parsnips. So usually when I get a stew pack, they only have one parsnip in. So I eat parsnips all year round. I'm going to do 2 large ones. So again, chop off the ends. I'll tell you something though, it would be nice. I've always wanted to go to, say, Australia or a hot country for Christmas. So I'm not saying this will be the last Christmas dinner. As I say, hopefully, if I've got enough coins, what I'm going to do is use the coins for next Christmas. Okay. So if I get to $200 on this app, I'll cash out and I'll put it towards Christmas next year. That's the plan. So if I'm live next year, well, hopefully I will be. I'll be doing that. But I'm hoping in the next couple of years, possibly 2023, then I shall be. It will be nice to celebrate Christmas abroad, especially after this year where we've all been locked down. Everybody will be sort of planning on going to planning on going holiday next year, I reckon, for Christmas. So I'm just shaving these parsnips. I can't see any comments coming through, guys, so just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. This is what happened yesterday. Okay, we're going to take them shavings, pop them in the box. Okay. I would play some Christmas tunes, but unfortunately we can't have music on here at the moment. So now with the parsnips, as I chop them lengthways like that, turn them over, chop them so they're really thin at the bottom. They're similar to sweet potatoes. They are similar to sweet potatoes, but they're not as sweet, if that makes sense. So the bigger the better. The bigger the better, because if they're too small, then they'll burn quickly. But I'm also going to part boil these as well. Connection's good, picture and sound is good. Oh, thanks, Mary. I do appreciate that. As I say, yesterday when I went live, I was on for about 10 minutes and then there was no comments coming through at all. So, you know, I don't know whether that was because nobody was watching me, but I'm so happy that maybe it was because Periscope was maybe the account was being sort of updated to allow me to go live on Periscope. So that could have been the reason why. So Parsnips going with the carrots. Okay, that goes back on the steamer. And as I say, we've got all the carrots, we've got the Swede, not the Swede, the parsnip and the potato skins all in the box. So until I get a bag for them. Right, next thing then we're going to do is the Swede. So this is a Swede. Now, when it comes to doing these can be quite tough. So if you've had them in the fridge, I'll try and get rid of this. Don't want the foil or the paper on here. Just wash it off. Have it in the fridge. Just be careful. Don't try to. They can be quite tough to chop. Just getting this skin off. Some of the metal stuff. I'm actually going to chop that off anyway, so that's going to be chopped off. So get a really good knife. You want to chop off the ends. Oops, I've got a bigger knife somewhere. This is the knife. I don't know what I've done with it. Yeah, this is the knife. So we're going to chop down the sides. Okay, see like that. Really, really tough. Swede. Just be careful. Chop off the ends. Okay, get rid of these. You don't need the ends. Okay, and now turn it on its side, or turn it flat, and just chop down the skins, turning it round. Don't worry that you might be getting rid of loads of the Swede itself, because the main flavour is actually in the centre. I don't know if you could keep them. I'm going to keep them. If they start to change colour, over the next 24 hours, then maybe bin them. I'm just getting rid of the skins. Screen says there are 11 people watching. Thanks, Mary. Appreciate that. That's brilliant. That's really, really good. Really good to know. So, as I say, for the guys, everybody that's watching, if you're watching on replay as well, you can follow me on YouTube. If you go onto my link tree here, which is also in the bio, I always post this. Oops. In the bio, there is a link to my Instagram, my YouTube, my Haps, I think. So you can follow me on Haps as well. So this is Swede. I'm going to chop this in half. The trick with Swede is cut them into small cubes so they cook. The smaller the better. Now you've seen me make this many times before, but because it's a special Christmas one, as I say, Christmas dinner basically is just a glorified Sunday lunch. So if you're used to doing a Sunday roast anyway, you don't really have a lot of stress to do, because as I say, I'm so used to making them. So. Now I'm going to put these in a separate saucepan because the other stuff is the broccoli and sprouts and things are going to go into the other one. So always keep your greens together, parsnip and carrots together. Okay, we'll just put that back. We've also got cabbage as well. I finally have room in the fridge. Do you know when you go shopping and you buy a load of Christmas stuff, it's like it all goes on one shelf, but it takes up so much space. So once you've done all the vegetables and the preparation, in goes the bottle of wine, in goes the drinks. We've all done it, haven't we? We've all done it. everybody. This might be too small actually, but some days you get Swedes that are quite small. Some days you get some Swedes that are quite big. Yes, I said Swede. For those that were wondering. So the reason I put them in here is because these take the longest to boil. Now, I've got potatoes. I take them out of this saucepan into the steamer, which is the base for the steamer. Transfer the water, fresh water in, and then these boil when the actual potatoes are in the oven, roasting away. Okay, so I'll put that to one side. We've also got onions to do as well. So get rid of all this. So what's everybody's favourite thing at Christmas? Let me know what your favourite thing is for Christmas. Okay, so we're now going to do the broccoli. So with broccoli then, just get a knife and give that a clean. Have a drink of coffee as well. Be careful with the knife. Give that a clean. Okay, so we're going to chop the ends off. Little trick for you is if broccoli comes in plastic, obviously it's not good for the environment, and hopefully the plastic will be gone in the near future. But what I like to do is make use of that plastic. So what I do, you could even keep that one, is if you don't want to use the whole broccoli, because most people get rid of the plastic straight away, just cut off the pieces. I'm going to use half of this. Because I know whenever I make broccoli, I always, I know, just be careful, obviously, what when you're using broccoli, when you're going to eat it. But cut off the little pieces, that's all you need to do. Put them in the steamer. And therefore, you're not wasting loads of broccoli. It keeps it fresher as well in the fridge. Cut off a few pieces. So far I've got 80 cents. That is amazing. Thank you everybody for sending me coins. I do appreciate that. So I don't want to put too much in there because I will be adding Brussels sprouts next. Okay, so that can go in the fridge, or you could alternatively just put it in a plastic bag and sandwich bag. Put that in the fridge. So now we come to the dreaded Brussels sprouts, everybody. These are like mini cabbages. These actually don't take long, but I'm just going to quickly wash them because obviously with COVID and things, we don't know when they were picked. Well, I do know when they were picked, but we've got to be extra careful with Christmas. Hello, Michael TV from New York. How are you doing? Welcome to my Christmas broadcast. I'm showing you how to do a British Christmas lunch. So these are the sprouts, everybody. Brussels sprouts. So in they go. We just add a few more. Broccoli's too healthy, says Dave. Is that Captain Rehab? Hey, Captain Rehab, you finally made it on it. Really good to see you. Oh, you're not on Haps, are you? You're on Periscope. It's nice to see the not old people. I didn't mean that. I meant older friends that finally, because it's connected now, basically, is Periscope. So we've got the broccoli and we've got these are going to be steamed. I'm actually going to steam the sprouts because when you steam them, you don't need to add any water to them. The water's will be from the potatoes, and that'll steam up. And then once the Swede goes in the bottom, to boil away, then that will help these cook. But you don't need to even cook Brussels sprouts that long. But I like them. I don't like them hard. People always say, "Oh, how do you cook a Brussels sprout?" You're meant to actually eat them really hard, but I like them soft. I just find they taste better, and you can do a lot more with. You could even crush them up if you wanted to. So you could even crush the Brussels sprout up and add it if you've got like a child that doesn't like eating Brussels sprouts. Just I think you need to chop these actually as well, but yeah, I think you meant to chop these. These are not chopped. That's why. So let's just quickly chop these. I think you need to chop them, yeah. Yeah, because otherwise you'll end up eating these ends. They're quite tough. Yeah, they're tough. So I'm trying to read the comments. Hi, Tony Dean. Thanks for subscribing, my friend. I do appreciate it. If you've got any coins or anything you want to send me, I do. You can give me any awards on the bottom or above your chat. I like them soft like a potato. Yeah, let's say mash them up. Or I'm just trying to think what else you could have with Brussels sprouts. Some people even eat them with chocolate, don't they? Now, chocolate sprouts. There's quite a few here. Oh, I do apologise. Excuse me. Let me drink my coffee before it goes cold. Cheers, everybody. I know you can't see my face at the moment. I am still here, everybody. Hello. I pop my head down occasionally, don't I? That's really nice coffee. If anybody wants to buy me if you don't have to buy me a Christmas present, but you know, hello from Widnes. You know, Widnes, that's not far away, Paul. So we're just chopping up Brussels sprouts. You know, everybody has a memory of Brussels sprouts, don't they? Whether it's a good or bad, whether it's they've got a family member that have eaten a Brussels sprout, or it's usually a couple of hours later when these Brussels sprouts make another appearance. I don't mean like that. I mean they give you a lot of air, don't they, when you at Christmas time. Let's chop these up. I think you can buy already made chopped ones, but you can even roast them if you wanted to, I think. I should use my other knife, really. I've actually got some cabbage here as well. So on top of the Brussels sprouts, we're having cabbage. I've had water and one coffee so far today. It's only 5:22. Mary, wow. How you must have been up really, really early. What time do you go to bed? I liked your comment, by the way, that you said to me when I wished you Merry Christmas, and you said to me, Merry Christmas, young man. And I like that. I was like, you're still young, Mary, as well, not just me. You're as young as you feel. That's what I was always brought up to. That was the morals I was ever brought up to be. You're as young as you feel. Right, last thing then is the cabbage. Oh no, it's not the last thing. So get rid of this. I'm going to put the cabbage in with the broccoli and the peas. So this was half the cabbage. I made coleslaw the other day, so it should be fine. So just chop off. I cut it in half, but I'm just going to cut off here. Just that root. Chop this in half. God, you're probably thinking to me, are you actually going to be able to eat all this food? The answer is probably yes. Yeah, I think I'll probably manage. This is for 2 people, remember. It's not just for 1, although you'd think it would be for a lot more. Chop this in half again. Yeah, there's quite a bit of root there, so let's add this in. And it just goes on the top, and it'll keep all the veggies together. So you could actually do all this tomorrow. So if you're cooking for Christmas Day, just follow these steps. Do it tomorrow afternoon, Christmas Eve, and then it's all ready. You just have to turn the switch on and switch the oven on, and everything's cooked for you. Mary says, you go to bed about 11 p.m. I don't sleep very long. I'm often tired but not sleepy. You'll always be a young man to me. Your kids are 40 plus. Oh my gosh. That's nice there, Mary. Thank you. But yeah, 11 o'clock. That's you know. I suppose, is it the climate there though? Does that make you not sleep as much? I'm going to put these in the back in the fridge. I'll show you what I'm having for my starter today. I don't know if you like these. This is what I'm having as a starter today, guys. This is rich and creamy king prawn cocktail. And I'm going to have it, I'm going to pop this into a bowl and have it with lemon, lettuce, and obviously the prawn cocktail. A bit of cucumber and a bit of lemon on the side. So I've not just got one of these, I've got two. I'm going to be having two. I'll tell you something, come next week, I'm going to be back on a diet next week after all this food. So that's the cabbage then. So that's going to go on the lid. Go on the lid. So I'll show you what I've done so far then, without dropping anything. I'm going to fill up this big. So this is the steamer. We've got all the potatoes there. In fact, I need to add some more water to them. Right to the top. We're going to add some salt. Oh, we're frozen. Are we back on? Sorry about that, guys. So I just added some salt to the potatoes. And then we've got the carrots and the parsnips. Okay, hopefully you can see that. And then finally, we've got the broccoli, the Brussels sprouts, and the cabbage. And that is the steamer. That is basically Christmas. It's crashed again. Are we back on? Excuse me. That is basically Christmas dinner there. All the veggies. So £30, get a steamer. Get a steamer, everybody. Hi Matthew, how are you doing? And you can just that all goes on one hob and you save so much time. Okay, we need to do the onions next. Yeah, we're nearly there. Chop off the ends. Now I've got a dicer, but it means I'll have to, if I use it, I would have to clean it up. So let's chop this in half. Peel the skins off. Alexa sells a really good tool for peeling onions. So it's still on here on Periscope. Fabulous. So peel these. Now this is going to make a nice onion gravy. Again, I steam the onions because then you just add it to gravy granules or the juices from the meat that you're cooking. Oops, didn't need. I've just binned them. I should have put them in the thing. So just checking the colour of that in the middle. One of the rings inside has gone brown. Isn't that weird? I wonder what that is. Anyway, let's add that to. I need to add that to a separate. Sometimes I put it on a plate because it don't always need to be steamed straight away, and cover it over. Or maybe it's turning this onion, that's probably why. So I don't need all of it anyway, so get rid of the brown parts. Keep the fresh parts. Put them on a plate. Always reminds me of onion rings. Whenever I'm doing onions. Excuse me. Yeah, you see how this one, yeah, it's turned, hasn't it, slightly? So get rid of the brown bits. There we go. Okay, so that's all the onions. Okay. And then now we've got to make the Yorkshire puddings. So put them, the carrots. These are the dead carrots. 16th of December. Yeah, they were the ones that I took out the first time. So Matthew says, can I hang out? Sure, you can hang out. No problems. So Yorkshire puddings, then I made these a couple of times. Make sure you do these a couple of hours before you cook. Let me just turn off the heating a moment. It's warm in here. Okay, so Yorkshire puddings, then you're going to need a bowl. Okay, so can you all see the Alexis would fuss at you about I know Mary. She does it all the time. But you know, this is why I do this. So can we all see the chopping board? Hopefully you can see everything in the chat as well. So we're going to add to this bowl then some plain flour. So these are for Yorkshire pudding. I might have to stop it making these because come the new year. So we're going to add a quarter of the bowl of plain flour. So a quarter of the bowl of plain flour. I would say that's probably about a cupful, maybe 2 cups full of flour. Okay. We're going to add in 3 eggs. So 3 eggs is minimum. If you want to add more, please do. Where's my little knife gone? I always use a knife, you see, to crack the eggs. It's just the way I do it. So that's 1 egg. She does. That's what I like about Alexa. She's very caring and real. She's real. She's not somebody who would come on an app or whatever, and you know, she's the person. She's what it says on the tin, basically, if that makes sense. So, in the nicest possible way. So 3 eggs. Okay. Just wash my hands because sometimes you do get a load of egg on your hands. And then once all this is done, I need to then cook the lamb. So the lamb will need to go in for about probably 2 to 3 hours. Although it's only a small piece of ham. Let's add some salt and pepper to this. Oops. And then we're going to add some milk. I'm going to add some milk. So we'll get a whisk. Get a whisk. Let's add some milk. So fill it up. You want to fill it with a little bit of milk first. Start to create the batter. Give it a quick stir in the middle. You all see this, everybody? So just go around the edges. This will make enough for about 12 people. 12 people. Well, if they're having 1 Yorkshire pudding each, yes. It'll make enough for about 12 Yorkshire puddings. Usually makes more than that, actually. So you can see how it's starting to come together. Just like to add some more milk. You could use buttermilk if you wanted to. I just stick with the traditional semi-skimmed milk. So, oops. It doesn't need to be lumpy or stiff, so we need to add some more. You want to fill it up about halfway, but the mixture doesn't need to be too loose. It needs to be sort of in between thick and loose, because when you leave it out and you put a tea towel over, it'll still thicken up anyway naturally. Okay. You'll see that, everybody? I'll give it a few extra whisks, I can't say it, whisks, because it's Christmas. But just do that do it every hour. fine, is that? There we are, perfect. Okay, see, that's so simple, isn't it, everybody, to make? I like buttermilk biscuits and cornbread, but that's about it. Oh, Mary, you're going to have to try Yorkshire puddings now. Give it a try, because and if you do it in a big cake tin, you could flatten the edges once they rise and put meat in them, roll them up, and then you've got a little Yorkshire pudding wrap. They're really tasty and they're getting really, really popular now around the world. So, okay. So we're going to cover that with a tea towel. Let's find a tea towel. We'll use this one. I should have a festive tea towel, really, shouldn't I, today? But this was from Mallorca in Spain. You see that? Mallorca in Spain. I didn't go there. My mum went there. She brought me this towel back. Oh, wouldn't it be nice just to be there right now on the beach? It's raining outside. It's horrible. We'll forecast snow next week. We're saying it might snow next week. So this is the lamb, everybody. Oh, it's starting to... I've left that. I need to put that in the oven and cook that now, so it's nice and cooked. So we'll prepare that in a second. Let me make some space here. I'm going to pop that to one side. Okay. Move the eggs. So how many people are watching, Mary? So do we still have a few people watching? So we're going to do the lamb then. So now lamb, you normally have rosemary with it. Now, and mint. I've got some mint. I might add to it, but this is not going to be the best. I'll be honest, the way I cook it tends to work for me. So I'm not like Jamie Oliver. I'm not going to add extras or start stuffing the lamb with things. I'm here just to make the food, give it a bit of flavour and salt and pepper and that sort of thing. So we're going to get a dish. Get a large dish. It's nice and give it a quick rinse. Okay, so this is going to be the lamb. If you can see this, okay. I'll have to put the oven on actually as well in a second. I'm going to take that ham out. Did you see the ham that I made? This is the ham. Oh, really heavy. Just 1 second, everybody. I don't have. See, this is the problem. I don't have a lot of space. Where do I put this? Put it on the Christmas table that I've created. So let's get the oven on, because I need to cook the lamb anyway. Because the best thing about meat is if you cook it early, it gives it a time to rest, and then you can just warm it up. So, sorry vegans, everybody that's watching. 11 are watching again. Guess they don't have anything to say. No. Okay. Well, after being on Periscope for 5 years, I've realised it's not about the people that are watching live. I love you guys for watching live. I can interact with you and you get to see firsthand what I'm doing. But it's about the replay viewers. So, and there'll be people watching this in about maybe 10 years' time. They'll come back and watch this video, especially now I'm on YouTube anyway. So, oh my gosh, for this. It's not about the live viewers anymore. It's about the replay viewers. So, got to make sure you remember your content, what you're doing. Stuff that's live, that's maybe the news. Look at that piece of lamb, guys. So, sorry, I'm just going to get rid of the plastic. Wash my hands. I've got a plate here as well. I'm going to get rid of. Wash that. second, everybody. The replay's good too. I have to watch. You often watch the replay because of work. Exactly. That's what I try to do, is tailor my videos to people who can watch in the future or watch on replay. And just fill the sink up with hot water. So that's the lamb. What I'm going to do, just dry my hands a second. So we're going to add some oil to this. So first of all, add some oil, which will make it really crispy. Not too much, but you don't want it to burn, as I say. Turn this over as well. Flip it over. A lot of people don't cover their meat. That's got the skin side up. Oh, my water just decided to escape from the sink, which is not good. Something is cracking it. Let's try again, shall we? Be a little bit hotter this time. Yeah, hot. Try again, shall we? Bit of fairy liquid. Hello, Dina. Good morning. How are you feeling today? You'll have to watch this back on the replay because I'm nearly finished. I've done the Yorkshire puddings, I've done the vegetables, the ham's all cooked for later today, which has had time to rest overnight, and we're just on to the lamb. So this is the lamb. So what I'm going to do is, this is mainly for me because, well, I might have a bit of both. I just need to get some mixed herbs out of the cupboard because I don't have any, you know, rosemary. Oops. You'll see, guys. Oops. I need to be able to see that without falling off. Okay. So I'm going to add a little bit of herbs. We're going to add some salt and pepper. And then probably about an hour and a half or an hour into cooking, I'm going to put some foil over this. I'm going to turn the meat over, because a lot of people don't do that. They just put meat in the oven and they don't actually turn it over. When it comes to the potatoes, I'm going to add butter, I'm going to add garlic, I'm going to add some salt and pepper as well to a very hot oil. So that's the lamb, everybody. You can see that, okay. So we've added herbs on there. We've got all sorts of herbs, rosemary, basil, lots of, it smells really fresh, really nice. Not too good, I've been up most of the night. Oh dear, Dana. Have you been in touch with your family at all? But I'm sending, like, you know, hearts and lots of prayers to you. So that's salt and pepper, and the oil's on there as well. We're going to cover this over with some foil, and then this is going to go onto a middle shelf for about 2 hours. I'm going to put it on at about 200 degrees. As I say, if you keep checking it, you know, that won't actually take too long. You don't want to overcook it either. So now here's a tip for you guys. Who puts their foil on shiny side up or shiny side down? Shiny side up or shiny side down? I always put mine shiny side up, because there's a special technique that says if you have it up, it catches the heat more and it cooks quicker. So I'm going to call your mum today. Oh, be nice, Dina. She'd love to hear your voice and see how everybody's doing and things. So shiny side up or shiny side down? Let's go with shiny side up. So you can either fold this in, but I just cover it on the top because the oil's going to get shiny side up. Exactly, yeah, shiny side up. So that's going to go in the oven on a middle shelf, and we're going to let that cook for about 2 hours, or maybe 2.5 hours. But I'm going to check that in an hour. So about maybe an hour and 15 minutes at 1 o'clock here UK time. I'm going to check that. Okay. So that's it on. That's actually on the middle at the bottom shelf. So it'll slow cook lamb's really nice. It's got some pans here just to move. Very hot, sorry everybody. Just move these out of the way. They're really hot. I don't have a lot of space. I'm not sure where to put these now. Bear with me just a second, everybody. I need to make some space. I've got too much going on in this kitchen. That's what always happens at Christmas. Let's make some space here. Won't be a second, everybody. So if you like the broadcast, you can give awards and points and toy coins if you're watching on Hatch. Download the app. Now, because I'm the chef, it means I actually get to taste things early or first. So that actually might mean a cheeky drink. I don't have any eggnog or anything like that. So, hello, Alexis. I know I saw your message. You sent me the message earlier. Let me just try and lift this camera up. Because I'm actually, oops. I'm charging my phone up at the same time. Hello, everybody. Good morning. So what we've made then, I've done the Yorkshire pudding mix, because that obviously has to take longer. I cooked the ham last night, Alexis. Did you get the picture? Did I send you a picture? I'll show you the ham in a second. We've made potatoes. We've done they're all in the steamer ready to boil. And then they'll go in the oven a bit later on when everything's, cooking away. I've just put the lamb in the oven, so that shouldn't take too long. And then the most important thing with meat is just to let it sit and rest, because far too often I'm always in a rush. Well, when people are in a rush, sometimes in a rush, I like to cook the meat and then cut it straight away. But you want to let the meat rest. So I cooked the ham last night for 3 hours, and I left the oven hot. It was warm overnight, and I just tasted the ham this morning. It was so tasty, Alexis. It was really, really good. Let me show you it. So I'm just going to put you down a second in my normal spot. I'm charging my phone up at the same time, so no more interruption. Oh, it's getting quite warm. The phone's getting quite warm. But let me show you the ham, Alexis. This is the ham. See what you think to this. Cut into this last night. Oh my gosh. Well, it's not ham, it's gammon, isn't it? So there we go. It's super cooked, really nice. It's not as crispy on the top, a little bit crispy, but it was in long enough. I think it was, when I worked it out per pound, sorry, ounce, per ounce, not pound, or per pound, it's 450 grams per pound. And I think this was 7 pounds per half an hour. So yeah, it's about 3 hours plus the extra 30 minutes then on top which was kind of like left in the oven. So it worked, Alexis, it worked. So yeah, I've covered that over with some foil. Let that rest. And pop that. I'm going to put that back aside because I don't have a lot of space. Did you like the table, the Christmas decorations? Not Christmas decorations, table decorations. So that's basically everybody. And look, I'm learning, Alexis. Look what I've done. All the shavings I've put into a box. So that's pretty much it, everybody. Now, all I've got to do now, in fact, can I leave that in a box? If I covered that over and left that for a couple of days, would that be still fine to use as stock? Would that sort of just like do the same as if it was in the bag in the fridge? Does that need to go in the fridge? let me know. Jelly Bean's also going to be on tonight on Haps, so I think 9 o'clock. She's very, very good. Can't wait for her to get her following on Haps. Oh, there's a Brussels sprout in the sink. Never mind. So yeah, I should be having dinner at about probably 5 o'clock tonight. So I apologise if I can't come on anybody's scopes or anything or on Haps at that time, because tonight when I'll be watching Gilly on the stream, I will probably be very, very tipsy. So I apologise in advance. I may even come live with Gilly tonight. I don't know. We'll see. See what happens. You can't see me, everybody. I'm just washing the dishes. But yeah, everything's ready now. The only thing I've got left to do is obviously we're cooking the lamb. So yeah, I'll try and leave it in as long as possible, Dina. Let it slow cook on a low heat, because lamb is really nice. I've got some pigs in blankets, which are sausages, little sausages with bacon wrapped around them. Do you want to see them? Okay, there's been no meat on that, so that's fine. Do you want to see them? I'll show you them. So little sausages, if you can see them very well, little sausages with bacon wrapped around them. So I've been on for 1 hour and 16 minutes. Wow, I think this is the longest video I've ever done. Okay, should we have a drink? Should we have a? This is my favourite drink, everybody. Di Serrano, seeing it's Christmas. Or should we open a bottle of? No, I won't open a bottle of wine just yet. Maybe it's a bit too early to have that. I've just had a coffee, actually. Drink some water, guys. Drink water, remember. So that's basically it. So it's nearly 12 o'clock. So I've actually been on. Yeah, I've been on a while, haven't I? So I want to just thank everybody for watching. And I want to wish everybody a very, very Merry Christmas. So, because I don't think I'm going to be on tomorrow. And obviously it's Christmas Day on Friday, so I might come on again later, and we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to come and test out the Periscope with Haps. So have a really good Christmas, everybody. If I'm not on, as I say, I will be on Jelly Bean's scope tonight. So used to love that drink. It's really nice. It's one of my favourites. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I bought these yesterday as well. These are from M&S, and these are so nice. I went in looking for cheese straws. They didn't have any cheese straws, so they have these. These are cheddar cheese Crispies. Now, if you've ever heard of mini cheddars before, the little cheese biscuits with cheese in them, and you can put chives and cheese on the top. Really, really nice. But you can also bake them as well. So 2 minutes in the oven. Seriously, these are so nice. So nice. So go and check them out, guys, from M&S. Amazing. I absolutely love them. So right, I think that's it. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you or do at the moment. So are you going live, Alexis? Are you going live today? Because we'll pop on. It says the connection's gone fair. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I'll probably be on later. And as I say, if you're on Periscope watching this, go and download Haps. If you're on Periscope, go and download Haps. The link's in the bio. Download Haps app, and hopefully see you on here again. So take care, everybody. I'm going to say bye. I'm going to say bye, everybody. So see you all later, folks. Let me just lift the camera up. Try and unplug it. I should have just done that from the start, shouldn't I? I'm trying not to drop my phone in the water. I should go and see the table. Come and see the table, because otherwise you won't get to see it properly. This is the table. Look, not the. Let's switch the camera on. In 6 minutes, right? We'll join you live in 6 minutes, Alexis. Okay. Here's the table. Oh, but it's not fully done just yet. Oops. Switch around. It's a bit of a mess in here at the moment. Has it gone live? Here we go. So if I switch the light on. This is my Christmas table. So it's not perfect, but look, little fudge, little Decker biscuit, little chocolates. I've got little butter on here as well. Already need to get a knife with that. Could light the candle. Little festive teapot, which I showed Lexus. So seasoned greetings on. It says the connection's poor. The meat's going to go on that plate. I won't show you the Christmas tree just yet. And then to finish off, there'll be a few bottles of these later as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great Christmas. I'm going to leave you with, you don't want to see that, leave you with this image. So, and I'll see you on Alexis's scope. So catch you all later, guys. Bye.